at a high level against a team that normally crashes and lives on the glass. That was good. We got out, transition, bunches of turnovers here and there. I thought we, got a little wild with the ball. Thankfully, we had a cushion to be able to sustain it. But overall, I thought ball movement was good. Willingness to, make the next play was good. And then, everybody came in and really kind of chipped in. So.
Felt like Karl-Anthony Towns is playing with a good balance of outside, inside, attacking, but really good energy tonight. Yeah, I thought his decision-making was quick, He shot it, when he was open. He drove it when he was closed out. Real good job by him. And he moved it along when there was a crowd for the most part. Yeah, I thought that was really good.
Had a tough night offensively Sunday.
Yeah.
Was it maybe not an intention to get him going again, but what did you kind of see from him offensively?
I think, no, it was not in any kind of intention to get him going. Again, ball really moved. He got out in transition. He got, some, all the ways he gets it. Shoots it, drives it. So it was a complete offensive game by him. I mean, the other night I thought he had really good looks. I thought he just needs to stay confident in them. And we have a few guys that hadn't been shooting the ball particularly well over the last few games. Cat amongst them, Cat and Jaden. So it was good to see those guys go, 7 for 10 tonight from the three-point line.
Is that about as good as you can do in terms of role playing of your three front court guys? I mean, their roles and what they do. Jaden on defense and then being like a side option more or less, and being on offense and Rudy handling the boards and everything. I mean, just everybody doing what their primary job is.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and then everything comes from that, So I guess I don't know if that. I thought Jaden was really, really good tonight on Banchero. Rudy was really, really good on the glass, and Cat thought through a lot of matchups when he was on smalls and stuff like that, did a really good job, and also, of course, was the difference maker in the game offensively in the second quarter.
You talked a lot about you're a big team and you should be able to use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
It's kind of an example of one of those nights.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought we were pretty big at the rim, except for in the third quarter where we didn't really come over a lot. I thought in the first half we showed a great presence down in there. But it all started with Jaden, Kyle, Anthony, whoever was on Banchero in particular, just to be able to stand him up and not let him come at us with a head of steam. So.
They really struggled to score at the basket.
Yeah.
Rudy's obviously a big part of that, but you've kind of been saying the past few weeks that we need others around him.
Yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned the point of attack defense, but what really causes that shell to shut off the rim there?
I think being early to our spots. I think, we had talked to shoot around today how we've gotten loose. I think we relying too much on Rudy. Rudy had been communicating, probably telling guys to stay home a little bit more, thinking, and then we just kind of lost our presence. It's just one of those slippage things that happen. So just committing to being early in our spot, trusting our rotation. We're a really good rotation team. I really believe we are, and always have felt that. But we just don't force teams to, as much as we probably should or had been doing, So that's one thing we got to try to get back to.
Coach, you mentioned some shooting struggles recently, too, when you talk about these pieces. Do these kind of line up to kind of cure those shooting ills down the road? Well,
I think, I'm a big believer that when the ball moves, guys shoot better, for sure. And that's what you saw tonight. So, we have a good shooting team. We have some streaky guys, but those guys tend to shoot better when the ball moves. And again, I think it's just taking what the game was giving us. So good to see him go in, but I think it's a result of the guys willing to make the next play for each other. So.
And did the kind of way you started the night was the first 5-6 possessions, just defensively, and then you scored. That just maybe just set a tone for how you guys are going to play.
Yeah, I think it did. It was also, we did a good job of keeping them off the glass, too, which was, then we were able to kind of get out and turn that into some easy buckets and some pretty early, efficient offense at other times. Then I thought we were going to give the game right back in with 4 turnovers in a row, but we were able to kind of weather that and keep building.
You got out in transition against Houston. transition as well.
Yeah.
What's the key for you guys when you are getting out of transition, maybe specifically from Rudy, since he is a big rebounder, to get that going?
I think, certainly Nas has helped. J-Mac has helped. Those guys getting out, really stretching the floor. When your guards rebound, those long rebounds, that should be points at the other end. A more concerted effort to just run the floor. It really starts there. Jaden, throw aheads. We've been talking about trying to advance the ball with the pass a lot more in transition than we had been. We had been a dribble up team. We want to try to throw it up and then attack from there. So just a lot of little things. We may not have the fastest team afoot, we just may not. But we need to get more in transition. We just have to have more it also creates some flow to our offense too.
Chris, on the very first play of the game, it was Carl hit a corner three.
Yeah.
He hasn't been there a lot this season.
Yeah.
We talked about it some. How is that going? How necessary, I guess, is it to do that? I know you don't want to keep a phantom there, but.
No, I think it's really important for him to be there. I think he shoots it so well from there. I mean, Ant did a great job turning the corner, found him. That's the type of connection that we have to keep building upon, whether it be at the top of the floor early or in the corners. We've been on him. Cat had been spacing the floor really well for most of the season. But again, a lot of things, as the offense is broken down over the last 10 games or so, particularly the last 5 or 6, the spacing's gone too. Everybody's, and Cat's included. So, and then, it's good that he gets it out there and he gets some clean looks, because hopefully it'll entice him to get out there a little bit more.
There have been a handful of games where Rudy's gotten a lot of points, in the first half of the first quarter. Do you think that also helps your spacing, obviously, to get some magnetized down low?
I think so, yeah, for sure. One thing that helps, it helps when we're able to complete plays to Rudy for sure, because now they got to send more guys, to try to help or tag the roles. But sometimes then when it's a crowded, we're trying to jam it in too much at times, and then that's when we got to make the easy play. So, he's not always going to be there, but tonight he did a really good job of. But I think also it was easier to find him when we had space around him, so it was chicken and egg.